Okay, this is a reaction video. This is from Walter's World, the don'ts of visiting the American Southwest. Now, my nephew lives down in Phoenix, Arizona, and I've been there quite a few times. So I'm kind of curious to see what he has here. Um, I know one of the great places down in Phoenix. Well, it's in Texas, really, and not so much in the not where I'm at, in Columbus, Ohio. They have a fast food place called Whataburger, which is fantastic. But let's see what Walter's World has here. The don'ts of visiting the American Southwest. And please click like, share, and subscribe for him as well as for me. This is Vegas. Like I said, I've been to the American Southwest. I've been to all the states there: New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Utah. I've been to a place called Four Corners, which is basically Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Arizona. Basically, where all four corners meet, and you can basically be in. It's a pretty interesting place.
Now, coming to the Southwest, the most important cultural thing you can do here is visit the Native American culture sites.
Yeah, that is true. There's a lot of Native American culture sites, and they are fascinating.
When you're here, and I want to say, don't miss out on the Native American culture. We're here in the Southwest. Whether you're going to Pueblos, like you're going up to Taos, just north of here, and you see where people have lived for 1,000 years, and they still live. Okay, you have that. You go see the cliff dwellings when you're going around. You go to the reservations, see the celebrations, the dances, the food, the fried bread, all the oven bread, the pies, the things you can have and enjoy when you're here with the Native American culture. And yes, you can get souvenirs from there.
You can also see some of that stuff all around the United States. Like I remember when I was at Little Bighorn up in Montana, you had a bunch of stuff up there, which was really, really fascinating. In fact, my friend bought a covered wagon gift for his mom, who was a big history buff.
The food from there, you get to meet the people as well. I recommend, if you do get to go to a reservation, go to a pueblo, take the tour, learn about the culture, because it's so enriching when you come here and you really see how it does influence the Southwest. The thing is, you can take in so much Native American culture in here, the celebrations that are going on. And the thing is, it's not just Native American celebrations. Don't miss out on the celebrations and the festivals when you are here in the Southwest. Oh, Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta? You should go see that. Oh, you're down in Tucson. Go to the Tucson Gem Show. You're here in Santa Fe for the Indian Market. I mean, there's so many different events going on around the Southwest. When you're coming, look up what are the regional, festivals that are going on when you're visiting, whether you're coming in the summer, spring, fall, whenever, because there's probably going to be something going on that you can really enjoy. So do that, okay? And when I think about the festivals and the celebrations, I think back to like the Native American reservations and the Pueblos, and when you visit those, I think another thing is don't forget to be respectful when you do visit. Realize if you're going to be going to the Pueblos, you're going to go to the reservations, they might.
Yeah, that's one thing you need to do. I mean, one thing I did when I was in Montana is I learned one of the things I always do before I go anywhere, ever when I do anything, is I watch on YouTube like I am on right now, and I find out what the rules are and what you can and can't do, what is expected of you. It's probably one of the most important things to do is to be respectful, not just go there. And this goes for anything, not just Native American culture. This goes for European. Like when I went to London, I learned about London culture. When I went to Germany, I learned about German culture. That's just important to do, so you don't screw around and aren't always apologizing for making a mistake that you shouldn't have had to make.
Not want their picture taken. They might not want you filming them, okay? So be respectful of that, but also be respectful of their laws, because they have their own set of laws that are there, the rules that are there, and you need to follow. And so make sure you're looking to see, when can I visit? Because like the Taos Pueblo, it's only open certain hours, it's closed certain days. So you might want to check those things out as well.
So just because this is a desert, don't think that it's always going to be hot, because it's really, really not. Even in the summertime, once the sun goes down, it gets cooler, it can get chilly, and it can get downright cold, especially in higher elevations. A desert does not equate hot.
Well, it does, but it doesn't, because like I said, it's a little bit of a different kind of desert in the south. Look, when I went there for my nephew's graduation in end of May, it was desert, but it wasn't as hot as it was in June or July, but it was still hot.
Desert just equates no water. So, like be prepared to dress in layers. Like I've got 2 layers on. I just left my jacket back in the car because I feel fine in a tank top and a little sweater. But be ready for that. Don't think that you're just going to be sweating bullets just because it's the desert.
So when you're driving around the Southwest, one thing I want to tell you is don't forget there are immense distances between locations.
Yeah, that is one of the things that I didn't know about the American Southwest is it is immense distances. I mean, it's not when I was in Colorado and into Wyoming. This is speaking of Wyoming, that's the Southwest, but pretty much the same thing. Is whenever you're in the United States, you're used to seeing McDonald's close by to each other. I mean, there was a McDonald's where I'm at. Okay, if I go out and go make a left-hand turn in about a half a mile, maybe a mile or two, something like that, half a mile, I'll run into a McDonald's. Okay, if I leave that McDonald's and make a left-hand turn and go maybe 2 or 3 miles down the road, there's another one. Okay, and then if I go on another road, go about another 3 or 4 miles, there's another McDonald's. If I turn and go about maybe down to about 4 or 5 miles, there's another one. Okay, there's McDonald's all over the place. In Wyoming, I saw 3 McDonald's total, 3 in the whole state, and that's just in Wyoming. But going through the Southwest, he is correct. It is absolutely there's a huge distances, especially in that area of America. Okay, the middle part of like Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, huge distances.
When you're a tourist here, because the Southwest has huge states, like geographically huge states.
Yeah, you need to rent a car if you're going to go there, and because you can't just rely on Ubers or things like that. You're going to have to rent a car.
However, very low population density. So a lot of times you are not really near anything. So make sure you're always filling up with gas, have water in your car, you have that. And what's cool is you can take the back roads around the Southwest and see other things too, but you want to be safe about it, okay? Because another don't I have for you is don't expect to have cell service all the time when you're driving around the Southwest, because you'll go for a while that, it doesn't come through. So download the maps for your car, because if you stop, like we're here on the Turquoise Trail in New Mexico, and my signal is gone. So if I want to try to redo my GPS and driving, it's not going to, come up because I don't have a signal. You want to have it pre-downloaded, pre-set up, okay? So you do have that, because I want you to be safe and enjoy these things. And that's another thing about the Southwest. I mean, honestly, don't just stay on the highway. I mean, yes, you can do the Route 66 part, but taking the trails, like every state has their own scenic byways you can do. We're here on the Turquoise Trail here in New Mexico between Santa Fe and Albuquerque. It's great. So don't just stay on those highways. Go and explore and be safe about it, okay? Because honestly, filled up with gas and have that water in there, a little bit safer, but you just have such great views and great places to stop. Whether it's here or you want to go see the Meteor Crater or whatever. There's so many cool places you're just gonna hop off and see when you're in the Southwest. You're gonna love it. So when you're coming to the Southwest, don't miss out on Southwest cuisine.
Yeah, that's, again, like I said, I mentioned Whataburger, which is a fast food place, but yeah, they have a lot of great Mexican down in the Southwest. It was when my mom was alive, we went to a place, I forget what it's called, it was like a bar that had, you got your own bottle of champagne. It was really, really nice.
And don't think, oh, it's Southwest, it's just Mexican food. No, yes. Well, no, and yes. Yes, you can get great Mexican food when you're here, but don't think that Southwest cuisine is Mexican. There's a lot of different variety to it. Like here in New Mexico, they have New Mexican cuisine, which is much more earthy. The green peppers, the red peppers, you got a lot more, the Native American influence, the food too. You have all this different kind of great food here. The pozole, the green chili stew. I mean, you have all this stuff, but the cuisine here in the Southwest is fantastic. Whether you're getting your blue corn enchiladas, or maybe you're getting some tamales, or maybe you're just going to have a green chili cheeseburger, you have great food throughout the Southwest. And also, I think it's important, you need to realize there's also some local treats when you go around. Like for me, if I'm
Now, I remember when I was in El Paso, we went to my dad's favorite Mexican place down there. And my dad's lived in El Paso for years. But I remember I had a hamburger, but I was young at the time, so it was okay. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of good cuisine down there. That is absolutely true.
In Tucson, I'm getting a Sonoran hot dog. I mean, this is one of those things like, oh, it's rats and bacon and the fat rice. It's so good. You have that. Or maybe you want to go to some of the local chains in the Southwest. Like, for example, if you're down in Tucson where Jocelyn used to live, Eegee's to get their slushies there. Or you're here in New Mexico, you want to go to Blake's Lotta Burger and get the big old burger with the green chilies on it. I mean, the hatch green chilies. I mean, it's so wonderful. The food here is great. And when you go around, you have such options when you're here, too. So wherever you're going in the Southwest, grab some local food. Even if you're just getting stuff by the side of the road. Because I want to tell you this, don't pass up the food on the side of the road. If they're selling the fried bread or the Indian tacos when you're there, where they fry the bread and put the meat and the beans and the sauce and all that. It's fantastic. You will eat so well when you're here. So don't be chain restaurant or looking for stuff you know. No, go out and explore the cuisine here in the Southwest.
I have a rule whenever I go to a place that I've never been to before, that I don't get anything that I can get, where I'm at right now. For example, even if I go to Milwaukee, which I was at last week, I don't stop at McDonald's. Okay. Even if I go, I don't stop at a Burger King, I don't stop at a Wendy's, even a Culver's, which is big in Wisconsin because that's where it was invented. I don't go there. I go to other places. I go to places, mom and pop restaurants, places that you can't go here. I go there. That's also in why I went to Whataburger in Phoenix, because in some of the restaurants we went to in Phoenix when I was down there, because there were places that you just can't go to in Columbus, Ohio, which I can go to down there, which is really, really good.
Love it. Yeah, but don't worry. You can get really great Mexican food, too, when you're in the Southwest, so don't worry about that. So when you're traveling through the Southwest, one thing I want to tell you is don't be afraid to go off the main path, but also stay on the main path, meaning the big cities like Vegas and going to Tucson and stuff are so worth it, but also the smaller towns to visit as well. You can enjoy so much, whether you take a Route 66 or you hit up
Red Rock Canyon. That reminds me of Fallout New Vegas. Red Rock Canyon.
Flagstaff, or go to Meteor Crater right by there, or you're going on some of the back roads. Like here in New Mexico, if you're going from Albuquerque to Santa Fe, you can take the Turquoise Trail and just see the ghost towns along the way. There's so many cool cities. If you go to Durango, it's really cool. If you want to be checking out Sedona in Arizona, Taos when you're here, there's so many towns that are cool, but cities that are cool that you can do all this, but it takes you exploring more, because don't forget, don't expect any public transportation when you are here in the South.
Yeah, that's one of the things about Southwest. I mean, it's not like Europe where you get public transportation everywhere. There's no public transportation in the Southwest. Not, you have Ubers and things like that inside the cities, but not to get from town. That's why you said you have to rent a car when you go down there.
West, this is all about renting a car, and you need to be safe when you do that. So don't forget to fill up, okay? Because don't think that there's always a lot of places to stop when you're here. Because in the
when you're down there.
Southwest, you have huge states with very small population density, so there's a lot of driving you're going to have to do. So make sure you're filled up on gas, and make sure you have water just in case, because it will make a difference, okay? Because you're going to want to go and explore all of the Southwest. So do those towns and those cities.
So when you're in the Southwest, don't mess with the sun and the heat. Always have water with you. When you are hiking, when you are halfway through with your water, that's when you turn around and go back, because you do not want to be without water. Have it in your car if you're driving around. Just don't be without water. It's really important to stay hydrated, not just because it can be hot and sunny and things, but also because there is no air water. There is like zero, it's like negative humidity.
Yeah, there's no humidity. It's called a dry heat. I remember when we were in Yuma, Arizona, back when we were 10, I was 9, my brother was 10, my sister was 7. And we got hot McDonald's French fries, and it was 120 degrees, and the people looked at us like we were crazy. Like I said, I realize I say I don't go to places that I can go to here that I can't, that I can go to there and everything like that. But that was when we were young kids, and we got hot McDonald's French fries and 120 degrees in Yuma, Arizona.
Humidity here, so always have water with you. On that note, I always have some lotion, and oh, by the way, lotion, sunscreen, because oh my gosh, the sun is intense here. And when you're hiking, the higher the elevation, even even just here in Santa Fe, the sun is a lot more intense than it is somewhere, closer to sea level, because we're like 8,000 feet above sea level. It makes a difference. So be aware of those things when you're here in the Southwest. Friendly with the wildlife. The people are great, but the wildlife, maybe not so much. Rattlesnakes, they bite. Oh, and they can kill you, as can scorpions. Coyotes, they are not puppies. They are not friendly dogs. They are wild. They don't want to be your friend, nor should you want to be theirs. So don't mess with the wildlife.
Yeah, that's one thing. I haven't been out into the outer parts of the city as much as they have. But yeah, I do know that rattlesnakes, don't mess with them. Scorpions, don't mess with them. Coyotes, don't mess with them. Don't mess with any. Well, they don't want to be your friend, as she said.
So when you're in the Southwest, don't forget to get some prickly pear something. You'll find jams and jellies or even margaritas, but there's prickly pear, these great little fruits that are on these cacti. Excellent food, and they're prevalent all over the Southwest. So safety don't I have for you is don't mess with floodwaters here and the rain. It can rain quickly and cause flooding really fast. And there will be, they'll have like warnings out.
Now, I never really experienced a whole lot of rain in the Southwest when I was down there. I've never actually experienced any. But I do hear that when it does rain, it rains in droves. And it does flooding. So I guess I'll take her word for it because I said I haven't experienced that.
For you, like flood warnings and things like that. Pay attention to those. Don't go in the washes, which are those like gullies running near neighborhoods and streets and things. Don't go into those when it is monsoon season or just when they have a quick rainstorm. This land doesn't soak up the water like it does in other parts of the world.
That's an amazing bridge. That is an amazing bridge.
So it will flood and it will do it quickly. And you will lose your footing and you will be underwater and gone in like the blink of an eye. So don't mess with the rainwaters and the flooding.
Okay, that was Walter's World, the don'ts of visiting the American Southwest. Interesting video. Please click like, share, and subscribe for him as well as for me. I would appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching.